everyone! Welcome back to a new episode of Aarin's Take on Next Play. Today I'll be talking about the NBA Draft Lottery. So if you don't know what this means, it basically is telling you the order of what the draft picks are going to be. So what team is going to get the number 1 pick, a second pick, third pick, and so on. There's 2 rounds in the draft. Each round has 30 picks, so 60 picks in total. And this will start on June 23rd, and the second round will also be on June 24th. So much in the future, but just to know who's going to and what to be prepared for. And today I'll be talking about the picks for each team, 1 through 14, and what I think this is going to do for the team. So let's start. The first pick, actually I'm going to start from 14, going all the way down. So the 14th pick was the Charlotte Hornets, and I think this is going to help them, especially with a young core of LaMelo Ball. We have Con Knipple, we have Ryan Kalkbrenner, many rookies, Brandon Miller also, he is 2-year pro. I think this is going to improve their young core, especially younger coach. More experience also in college, which will help in the future, I think. And now we have the 13th pick, which is the Miami Heat, especially after not having Jimmy Butler, multiple injuries. I think this is going to help them sustain their young core also, while adding another piece to maybe improve their shooting and defense. So maybe a 3-and-D guy. Now we have the Oklahoma City Thunder. Although they're the number 1 pick, like the number 1 seed in the NBA, like the best team, they got a swap with another team. So basically they swapped the pick and whichever team that was, and now they moved all the way up to number 12. So I think, again, the young core, OKC is very young and not too much experience. So I think this is going to improve their defense. They have really good defense, and this can even make it better. Now we have the Golden State Warriors. I think the Warriors have been dealing with so many injuries, especially in that play-in exit. And I think what we're going to see from this is someone who can really improve their defense, especially, and find a way to score and play and make. Especially Steph Curry can't just handle everything, and then we have multiple guys that are going to be on the bench and improve their game while helping. Now the number 10 pick was the Milwaukee Bucks. Now also Giannis can't just carry the full load. They have good 3-point shooting. I think their defense needs to be better also, and they're gonna improve if they pick the right guy that has good experience while also maintaining a stable career in college, and someone that is notable to their team while having good team chemistry, playmaking, scoring, and I think that's gonna help them. Now, the number 9 pick was the Dallas Mavericks, and especially after getting Cooper Flag, they have a young team now, trading Luka Doncic, and now they'll build a sustainable team, and I think this is going to improve them because they'll have more wins, but also they'll make sure they team play more better, maybe salary cap more better. Basically, salary cap is how much like the players are getting paid and what's gonna their load management. So what they're gonna do with the money, and they could do some trades also. And the number 8 pick is the Atlanta Hawks from the Pelicans, a swap. And basically that's the 8th pick from the Atlanta Hawks is the highest pick from a playoff team. And the Atlanta Hawks need someone just like Trae Young, I think. Three ball, he can shoot the 3-pointer. I think someone that can really play make, like Trae Young was scoring 20 points and 11 assists per game, which is, I think, really needed for them, especially with their young core of Jalen Johnson. They could have two similar players, but one with the more playmaking and the other with the more defensive ability. Someone who really stands out in their game. Now we have 7, Sacramento Kings. I was very surprised. The Sacramento Kings fell all the way down to this move, to the 7th pick, which is, especially, they haven't been doing so well in so long. They've been losing. They were 20 and 62 this year, losing 62 games, and I think they really needed like a high pick, at least a top 4, because they needed someone that could really improve their team and carry based on rebounding, assists, and someone just like Russell Westbrook, who's also on the Sacramento Kings. And he's getting older, so they need a young guy that can do the same thing. Now we have the Brooklyn Nets, and also they fell to the 6th pick. Both of these teams actually had a 14% chance of the number 1 pick, but due to the NBA changed some rules that you can't, based on basically tanking teams, which is basically like trying to lose on purpose to get good things. And it was a problem, but some of these people, they don't actually like mean it, but they're just losing. They need better players, better load management, team chemistry, and the Brooklyn Nets and the Sacramento Kings are one of them. And I think the Brooklyn Nets already have so many young guys they drafted last year. I think they should stay safe with it, but pick someone who's reliable on the team and really knows how to handle the ball. Especially the Brooklyn Nets were known with their turnovers. That really was a problem. And I think the steal of the draft was the 5th pick, which was the Los Angeles Clippers. This is a huge win for them because of the Ivica Zubac trade. Because the Los Angeles Clippers, they traded him to the Pacers, so they swapped the pick. And they got the number 5 pick, which is really good. Especially they have Kawhi Leonard, they have Darius Garland, and now they have someone that can, a young core, and that could rely on the ball while also playmaking. And this is really going to help the Clippers to win. Especially they lost in the play-in. Now, at 4th, we have the Chicago Bulls. This is also a good win for them, especially with Matas Buzelas. And they need someone to go around him. And I think someone that could be drafted, let's say Darius Acuff Jr., Cam Boozer, AJ DeMonsa, and Darren Peterson. One of those people are really going to be needed for the team. And at 3rd, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. And I think this is going to help them with a better player, especially with Ja Morant being out mostly. I think this is really going to help them, especially with such a high pick, with how they're going to play on the defense and their transitioning. In the number 2 pick, we have the Utah Jazz. They also had a very bad record. Like, they didn't play very well this year also. But they got the number 2 pick, especially with Keontae George being very young. We have Walker Kessler, and then Lauri Markkanen. It'll really help going around him. Shooting the ball, 3-and-D, it could also be something like that. But something that really will impact and improve their game style with their coaching and the way they play. And now, the number 1 pick went to the Washington Wizards. The last time they got one was from John Wall, and he was actually there to present it from there. And this is the first time a number 1 overall pick from a team that was the worst in the league. They didn't win many games at all. And I think this is really going to help them. They're probably going to pick AJ DeMonsa, but with such a young core of Will Riley, Bilal Coulibaly. We have Keyshawn George. Then they have Trae Young and Anthony Davis. This could even make such a super team, or without injuries being dealt out, I think this is really going to help them. And I think all of these teams had multiple big chances, and now they'll have a huge chance at getting some improvements to their players. I think also the Indiana Pacers, they didn't get a pick because they traded for Ivica Zubac, which is a bit of a we didn't know how that was going to go at the end, but there's so many unexpected moves, and it's completely just out of luck. I mean, there's odds, but you really don't know what's going to happen. And I was watching this live on TV, and it was pretty cool to see each team seeing what they get and also their reactions, because then they had a plan basically on what they were going to do to improve their game. And I think this is what really helps in the NBA. And yeah, that was a recap of the NBA Draft Lottery, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Bye!